Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the
With a December snow blanketing much of the Midwest and Northeast, what a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. It's a party now.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now Leonard Fournette. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 at their own 15. Rivers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the 2nd time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25, and 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin. Rivers on the money, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. Tackle made there by Jonathan Cyprien.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 42-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing Rivers. Henry's got it out on the left side. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
79! 5! We are in there. Hey, 79! 79! Hey, here we go. 300!
On 3rd down, Rivers. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now on 2nd and 16. Mariota, man open is Keelan Cole, complete. Powering his way forward. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 44 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
And maybe the wrong read there, as he's going to go down immediately. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for him. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Melvin Ingram make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
But it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the third.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a carry by the 3rd-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Second 90, 180, alpha!
On 2nd and 15 now. Rivers, he's airing it out for... Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. 36 yards on the play.
1st and goal, Los Angeles.
Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
They're running it. You go tight. Keep it skinny. You got tight right there. 218, chop.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Ready. 380. Watch out. Tight end
So on 3rd and goal, Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Badgley able to punch this one through. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Throwing is Mariota, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Keelan Cole, the intended target.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Hey, Delta! General West! Zero! Hey, orbit!
Following the interception here, Rivers under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Josh Allen in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now Rivers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Checking crap. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. 80 weapon, 80 weapon.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per...
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch. Out. 3 down.
From the gun, Rivers. Allen has it, left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Check. Topper. Wait. Hey, Zoo. Hey, ready. Get on it.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Rivers. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mariota. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 3rd down, Grant. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 45 on 2nd down, Mariota. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 39.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
From the red zone now, Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Keelan Cole, the intended target, but it'll be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll throw again. Mariota. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target. And now it's third down.
Brings up third down and 10.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. To the air again. Mariota. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Keelan Cole. Incomplete.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, just a 34. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. The big fella. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. 20. 10, 5, and he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball. I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
First down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Gordon on first down. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. To throw on 2nd and 6. Rivers, he'll get this to Eckler. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. To throw, Rivers. And that will be incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with, a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you give a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 38, Rivers, and he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
51 mark, boy, 51. You got nothing.
On third down, Rivers. He's got his man. It's Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Block 15. Bring it.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
From the 40 now on second down. Rivers, throw right side, complete to Williams. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
All right. Hey, bro, 80. That QB's trash. Let's go.
Rivers from the gun on third down. And it's complete. Henry. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Rivers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
Rivers to throw it. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
180.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
I got one. Slow.
Throwing again. Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards the pickup there.
Set. Block 15. I got one.
1st and goal. Melvin Gordon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Again, Gordon on 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 12 on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To throw is Mariota. This one complete over the middle to O'Shaughnessy. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. James O'Shaughnessy. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Kill, pilot, 64, weak. Kill, turn up. 6 Alpha!
Now Rivers. Allen's got it over the middle. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
65.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Blue 18. I don't think you got it, son.
2nd and 15 now. Mariota steps away to his left. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Third and short yardage. Mariota. That's out to his running back, Fournette. That's a gain of 14.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Mariota to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Here's Mariota. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And Lambo will put this one through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
The 18-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Alpha! Go! Come on. Wait, 89!
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Rivers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Check. Wait!
A 2nd down throw for Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Throwing, Rivers. Leaping, and he makes the grab. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down. Well, last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty heroic return for their playoff clash with New England, but did not play. 29 career games for Henry, 12 touchdowns, and now with Antonio Gates' career coming to a close, they expect a lot out of the 24-year-old Hunter Henry. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 38-yard line.
Set. 180. So we got man.
Now Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. The bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Being serious right here. We got to step it up. 18. 36.
Again, it's Fournette. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. On the read option, it's Mariota. He can run for it, and he will. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise at this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Into the secondary again. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that gives them a 3-point lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital.
Kiss him goodbye, Travis Benjamin. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have once again taken the lead. So minutes after giving up the lead in the 4th quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 27, Mariota. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Corey Grant with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Important extra point up and through, so it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it.
Now Rivers. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Fournette, a first down carry. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now blown. And an alley to run.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
And they take a knee. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's